Hello, friend. Thanks for tuning in. I'm so excited. A couple of people requested that I do some things with my planner, like show inside my Erin Condren life planner or do a plan with me, specifically Heather. So shout out Heather from Twitter if you're watching. Hi, kisses. And you know, that's very flattering to be asked. And the reality is, once you guys see inside my planner, you probably will not ask again. But I decided to kind of do my own take on a plan with me. So if you want to watch, stay tuned. Here's the thing I believe though. If you're out there and you are looking for a plan with me, I think you're looking for one of two things. This is just my guess. One is you are looking for what is happening in the planner community. You're looking for what's new, you're looking for inspiration, you want to see stickers people are using, you want to see what's happening. And if that is you, then this video will sorely disappoint you, because this is just kind of me, like, doing my own thing. I don't buy a lot of planner supplies, so it's just not that. But there's another sort of person, and that sort of person is myself, who just loves watching plan with me videos, kind of no matter what the content is. And believe it or not, there have been weeks when I've like run out of plan with me's to watch. So if there are other people out there like me, and I believe that there must be, right? I can't possibly be alone in this, and you have reached the end of your watch later list of plan with me's, then I'm just here offering one more for the week that can keep you you know, keep you company while you're doing some planning or crafting. So my background is I don't have an eye for this kind of thing, you know, not a scrapbooker. Wish I was sometimes. Wish I were a lot of things. But let's just dive into it, shall we? I mean, enough of this mishigas. Let me just zoom in a little, show you my planner, and hey, have a few cocktails and maybe this won't be so bad. Okay, peeps, here's my planner, so let's get started. I have done many different things to try to hold the page, and what I've settled on is actually the coil paperclip that comes with the Erin Condren, or it came with mine anyway. So that holds the week for me, but we're actually gonna work on next week. So the week we're gonna work on is October 19th through the 25th. Yeah, so, oh my God, this is intimidating. If you've ever done one of these, I am developing a new respect for you. Okay, well, I don't have a total system for like what I do every single time, but I have some things that I do, so, you know, let's just start playing, shall we? Okay, peeps, so I don't do this every week, but this week I am gonna cover up these dots, and I like the way that it looks, but I just don't need it. And as well, like, I've noticed if I put washi in the same place every week, then it makes a bump in my planner right there, so I just don't do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is use this whiteout tape to white out the ones that hang over, so they don't stick out. Also, I hate this whiteout tape roll, so there's got to be better ones out there. This is not that great in my opinion. See? That's why. And like, I don't know if you can see it. Here, I'll zoom in so that you definitely do see it. See how I messed this one up and it went into the night bar? I hate that I did that, but like, I just can't plan like a perfectionist. I just don't have it in me. I really don't. I'm gonna snap out the bookmark so that I can use that to tear the washi at the end. By the way, I love this width of washi. It's, what is it? So this is maybe the 3mm washi, if I can read a ruler, which is debatable. But you know, there's the thin washi, which perfectly matches like the headers in width, and then there's the sort of thicker washi that I always find a little too thick for right here. So whatever, here's, how am I gonna even do this? Bless. My word. Okay, so this washi came in a set of 3. I believe it's the Recollections brand, and I'm gonna go ahead and call out that it was a terrible choice for this purpose because it's just so transparent, and now we can see the dots through it and whatever. Also, I want to point out that I can recognize I didn't white out the dots on the other side, but that's because I have plans for the sidebar. As much as I ever have plans anyway. So just gonna get the ruler right up to the edge here and let her rip. Okay, one thing down. Okay, next. As I stated, I do not buy stickers, but I have, like, you know, tried my hand at printing mostly full box stickers from, you know, a blank template, and then printing these on full sheets of sticker paper and cutting them down. And I've printed some files that were uploaded into the We Love EC Facebook group, and so thank you if you've ever done that. I'm very grateful, especially Lauren. I believe her last name is Wiseman. I have printed so many of her, like, she prints these rectangular, where are they? Where are they? She prints these rectangular guys that I have printed out and use for workouts when I can manage to work out. So thank you to you and to everyone who shares their files. I just think what a beautiful gesture and a way to build community. So one thing that I made myself just by doing a Google search for a YouTube icon is I just made this little box for myself, and every week I track the number of videos that I have posted total, so that I'll just see, you know, if I posted 1 in a week, I'll just see that number move up by 1 is all. The total number of views for my channel and my total number of subscribers. So maybe now is a perfect time to just give a shout out to you guys. If you've ever watched a video of mine, if you have subscribed to my channel, then I see you. I see every single one of you, and I thank you and I'm grateful. So I do track this every week and have done so since April, I think, is when I really started tracking. So I do it every Monday morning, not necessarily at the same time every Monday morning. I'm not that exact about it, but just every Monday morning. And I'm gonna put this right up here. Sometimes I put it in the Monday morning. I do, though, like to cover up the October calendar because I just don't need it. But surprisingly, I have found I do need, or use anyway. Oh, look at that. Can you even see that? I kind of ripped it too short and you can see part of that, but whatever. Like when I'm flipping through my planner, because I used to always like put this at the very top and cover that up completely. And what I've found is that if I'm just opening my planner randomly for some reason, I actually do want to see the month there. So I'm just going to cover up the calendar, but not the name of the month. The trickiness of this is I don't want to cover up part of this and not all of it. So I want to align it to, and I usually leave this little orange bit sticking out. So I'll use that to align it on the left, and I'll use this to align it along the bottom, and hope for the best. It's always kind of a scary moment when you put it down because I did not get positionable sticker paper. So once she's down, and that's it. So there's that, yay. Okay, what next? Oh my heavens, you guys. Oh my heavens. Okay, party people. Next thing we're gonna do is put our, well, oh my god, I can't even speak when I'm doing these. The next thing we're gonna do is put our weekly cleaning checklist in the sidebar. So I went ahead and printed it out on a Post-it. If you follow Fly Lady, if you know about Fly Lady, then this is my home blessing hour checklist. You know, I made it my own. If you don't know about Fly Lady, you can certainly look her up. I'll put her website in the comments. And if you know about her and you don't care, then this is just what I want to get done. I would love to get it all done on Monday. And in fact, I have a video of me doing it that I will link below as well if you're interested in seeing a clean with me where I accomplish all of these tasks. But the thing about it is, I tried for several months going without a checklist because I just thought that I was only using the checklist for the great feeling of the check mark, you know, as I went along. But then what I started noticing is I really was cleaning less without the checklist. So now I know it's not just the superficial, like, ego boost of getting to check off your checklist. It's actually keeping me on track. So what I do, I made this in a Word document where I just made like a table and then made a narrow column, like the width of the sidebar. And then I measured, this is very important if you want it to fit on your Post-it. This is a Post-it label, so it's full adhesive. And then this bottom is like the tab where you can peel it and then it's perforated. One important part is to actually measure the distance between, like, what the distance of the margins is so that you can place your Post-it note on your piece of paper properly, like depending on where you want it to print. So I want my list to print really right up in the corner, and then you can just stick your Post-it to a random sheet of paper that you're not actually going to do any printing on. You could certainly just cut it through the piece of paper and then not have to deal with it sticking to your I was going to call this a cutting board, but that doesn't seem right. But because I save paper weirdly, in like a very weird obsessive manner, I'm actually going to peel this up. You can see it's very sticky. And then this happens and you live with it. And then I'm actually going to stick it onto the board and trim it down. And yes, it would be much easier the other way, so that's that. Okay, that looks pretty good. Well, we'll see. Maybe not. And then I leave a million of these stuck to my thingamajigger because I'm convinced that I will use my scraps later. Sometimes, and I have used my scraps before, so it's not that it never happens. Okay, so let's see how this guy works. Okay, that is just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and place him down. I just realized that I called that sticker a her and this one a he, but whatever. Did you guys hear about the new pronoun spelled Z-E? Look it up on CNN if you haven't. Having studied German in college, I'm all about a gender-neutral pronoun, so I say let's go for it. And then we can just peel this off, and there we go. Also, I forgot to mention when I peeled this guy off, I actually saved the backings, because if you haven't learned by now, I obsessively save things that I think I can reuse, which is like my mother and her mother before her. But I have reused these, and what I do is, like, if I want to cut washi or if I want to cut something sticky, I'll actually place this on the back and like punch through it rather than trying to punch through something sticky like washi tape, which I have done before and is not easy to do, so I save all these little backings. Okay, so this is exciting. So we have my YouTube tracking, we have my Fly Lady Home Blessing Hour, and then we have, you know, that, which I probably am not going to be able to do anything with. But we won't let that hurt our feelings, will we? No, we won't. Okay, now we are faced with the vast white expanse of an entire blank week, which, you know, can be daunting. What am I gonna do with it? Part of me also, just BT dubs, wants to like put some kind of washi over this just to cover the seams, but I just don't think it'll actually make it look better, so I'm not going to. Okay, a couple things. I have a doctor's appointment Monday at 1. So let's think about this. So just in case I need to write above or below it, I'm going to put it kind of in the middle there. These are sticky tabs that are way too expensive, but if you're interested, you can find them at the Container Store. This is just my, let's see, it's a Scrapbook Adhesives brand re-stickable, repositionable adhesive roller, which I'm just gonna use to make this a full adhesive post-it because it's only half adhesive. And I'm rethinking the placement. I think maybe I'm gonna put it right here. Which doesn't necessarily make sense for 1 o'clock. And that is why, people, I ordered a horizontal 2016 planner. What? This is me raising the roof, but it looks kind of sideways. Is that crooked? I think so. But what are we doing? We're living with it. We're living with our choices. Yeah, so I'm going horizontal because this is not me. I just don't, this is not me. I want one space where I can write anything I need to write for the day, and I need more space. I have big handwriting, and my handwriting doesn't fit when I write across. I end up with like a whole paragraph because I can only write 1 word per line, and it drives me bonkers. So I only have 2 more months of this vertical planner, and then I'm going horizontal. Another thing I am now remembering, since we're focusing on Monday, is I weigh myself every Monday morning. So this cool little guy is, I think it's Recollections brand. I got it at Michael's, and it's just a variety of Post-its. So since we've got orange happening here in October, I'm gonna use this little orange flag. Again, I'm gonna make this full adhesive by using my Easy Dots. FYI, on Monday mornings when I write down my Monday weight, if there is an Erin Condren sticker that matches the week, I will put that there. But since there's not an orange one that comes with the Life Planner, I'm just gonna use this guy because he works just as good. He is a little wider than the box, but we're gonna pull a Tim gun and make it work. Okay, there we go. So come Monday morning, my weight will go there. I have a doctor's appointment there. I have a class I take on Wednesday nights. I'm actually going to use this guy, but I'm gonna turn him this way so that he's more like a full box sticker. So since this has the little quote bubble thing, I'm just gonna cut the bottom off. This, you know, I'm gonna cut that little tab off so that he just looks like a full box sticker. And again, I'm gonna use my Easy Dots and make this a full adhesive. These, by the way, don't always rip so great. Like you can see this one just had an accident when I ripped up the one on top of him. So these are not expensive, but just to note, they're also not like the most amazing quality of your life, if you know what I mean. So see, you can't even tell that he was there. Yay, so that'll be that. BT dubs. So this is like not in any order, as I mentioned. I have other washi tapes than this, but I keep my solid colored washis on this, it's a shoestring actually. And I'll tell you about these skinny guys. Hang on one second. Okay, So these skinny guys come however many to a roll, and this is 2 rolls worth. And I just found that this was driving me crazy. So you can actually break it open. I don't think it's necessarily meant to come open because it was not the easiest thing in the world for me to get it open. But once you get it open, you can then do whatever you want with the individual rolls. So I just keep all my solid colored washi on this shoestring, and I don't do this every week. And if I did, it again would just make a bump in my planner from right there. But I do like the way it looks when these words are covered up, and it just adds that solid line of color here at the bottom. So since we have so much orange, it it's gonna fit. It's gonna work. We're gonna do it. Okay. I find that with this skinny washi, it's helpful to, the corner stuck to itself. It's helpful to use a tweezer to just line it up right. So that's what I do sometimes. And again, it's like you can see the words through here perfectly, but it does kind of make it look nicer in my mind. So there's side number 1. And I don't go all the way to the edge of the page. I line mine up with the line of the boxes, because that's how I like it. So that's what I do. Okay, so that's that. Also, if you're wondering about my bookmark, which says zone cleaning at the top, that's another Fly Lady thing. And all I did with the bookmark was I just put this silver washi over it, folded it over, wrote zone cleaning on it, and then I'll show you what I do back here in my notes pages. So I keep this tab right here so that I can always flip to this easily. And I just wrote or typed out the different zones and what I'm supposed to do with them on a monthly basis. And you can tell how terrifically I have failed at maintaining this. It's on record. So there you go. These are also Post-its, by the way. I just printed them on Post-its. Back to work. Okay, what now? Okay, friend. So, are these the same? No, these are dang different. These again were are in the shared files in the We Love EC Facebook group, and it's Lauren. It's like Wiseman Shipf or Shipman or something. I don't know off the top of my head, but she created these labels because she's amazing, and I am going to cut out the orange ones for use this week because we're going with orange, as you can see, orange and pink, kind of. And the TV shows I watch pretty consistently, and I pretty much watch them the day that they happen, like the day that they're on. The shows I watch, what am I saying? Modern Family is what I'm saying, and Grey's Anatomy. So we are just gonna cut these guys out. And write in our little TV shows. And these, again, are printed on full sheet label paper, which I got on Amazon. And then I print a page, a printed colored page at FedEx is something like 60 cents to print. So the cost of these is just 60 cents plus whatever the amortized cost of the paper you buy is, which is, you know, pennies per page, I'm sure. And like these shows are both on at night, and I would love to put them in the same place, but the reality is it's just not going to work out that way because I have class on Wednesday night and he has to go there. And by the way, I'm using a Sharpie Ultra Fine Point retractable. Holler. Okay, I have a weird trick for writing on Wednesday because I hate writing on Wednesday and I don't really know how people do it. So let me show you what I do. And I drop the latter half and the coil over the edge so that I don't have that coil in my way. So there's my tip. Okay, the pens that I use, which I got, by the way, online from the Goulet Pen Company, are the Pilot G2s in a 1.0 millimeter. That is the bold point. That is what I use. Bold point. Bam. So that's another reason why my handwriting doesn't fit. Et voila. So these are also from Lauren, and I'm going to use this lotus flower one because I'm going to go to a yoga class on Saturday. There, I said it. I said it, and now I have to do it. So one thing that is just, I think is absolutely crazy about me is I'm like so intense about wanting my planner to not say things that aren't true, that I often won't write things in until after they're done, which then totally defeats the point of planning. I mean, it's not even planning. It's at that point, it's like just recording. It's like keeping a journal, which there's nothing wrong with that, obviously. I'm just saying that I don't really powerfully plan my life. It's something that I'm working on because, for example, with making YouTube videos, like I feel like what I ought to do is schedule them out in my planner. Would be great. That's why I have a planner, theoretically, or anywhere, you know, to just write like this day I'm filming this day I'm filming this, but I so don't want a record to be inaccurate that most of the time what I'll do is get a wild hair, film something, and then write down that I did it. And the idea there is then when I look back at my scrapbook, I mean my scrapbook, oh my God, I just even said it like that. When I look back at my day planner, which I will, I always keep my day planners and stuff. When I look back, I'll see like, oh, what did I do on this day? Or what was I up to in this time frame of my life? And like, yeah, that's great that it's accurate, but I'm just like, I personally feel like I'm missing out on what could be a powerful tool if I used it like that. That is another reason that I'm switching to horizontal, because I feel like with the vertical, I like try to get decoraty and I try to make it look pretty, and I then get afraid to just get a ding dang dong pen and write some plans down. Do you know what I mean, people? It's like when I used to have a cheap, ugly planner, I feel like I was planning better, and now I'm like, I've developed kind of a hobby that's cool, but I'm not actually planning. So here I am. This is what planning looks like. It looks like saying you're gonna do something in advance, and that is 11 a.m. yoga next Saturday. That's what planning looks like. Bam! Whew! Be bold and mighty forces will come to your aid. So stick down a yoga class and then do it. Okay. One other little sticker that I made is these little guys. Again, let me grab one that's already cut. So I print them out on full sticker adhesive and I use a 1-inch circle punch to cut them out like this. But this is just another YouTube icon that I found when Googling YouTube, and it's just a little TV with a little antenna that I thought was really cute. And even though I could use it just like that, it just takes up more space. So I actually trim it on 3 sides. And I don't trim the top because that's where his little antenna are. So I use this to denote when I'm going to film, edit, or upload something. And once again, like, I don't really have a plan, you guys, but because I'm making this video, I feel like I ought to plan some stuff. So this is actually good for me because it's forcing me to make a plan. So here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna say that on Tuesday. So what I do when I'm talking about YouTube videos is I'll put my little sticker down, I'll write the name of the video, and then I'll do little check boxes for whatever I need to do with said video. And I try when I'm putting something on the day for it to be pertinent to that day. And if it's not like day sensitive, then I sometimes will put it in the column over here. And that's not always true, but that's what we're gonna go with right now. Okay, so. Okay, so I have a video that I have half shot, and now you have to wait for like 4 or 5 hours after you make these things before you can use them, these toilet fizzies. So I'm probably gonna shoot the rest of it like tomorrow, which is Sunday, or maybe on Monday I'll shoot the rest of it, but whatever. Let's just go ahead and be bold with our bad selves and say that Tuesday I'm gonna edit and upload that sucker. So yeah, feels good to be bold. It won't feel so good if I have to go back and cross everything out. Now here's another thing that I feel like I have a personal hang up or insecurity about, is just my handwriting. Like, it's just not even, it doesn't, do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's not that pretty, and I don't know, I feel weird about it. But, so, you know, I understand why some people go with like all stickers and minimal writing. But yeah, this is just what I've got going on right now. Believe it or not, kids, this is sort of all I have planned for the week. Now, if I were filling this up with everything I really wanted to accomplish, I would put in primarily workouts, meal planning, and more YouTube stuff. That is if I were really like just winning at life. And right now I just feel like I'm not ready to put all that in my planner, but maybe one day. And if my process changes and you want me to, then I can certainly come back and do another one of these videos. Oh my God, you guys, like, I have made a huge mess. I'm sweating a little bit because it's hot in my apartment. Major props to those of you who film one of these every week and post it every week, and I probably watch it if you do, because I love watching Plan With Me videos. At any rate, so hope you enjoyed, whether or not you use any of these ideas. I certainly do not expect you to, but this is how I planned, and at the very least, maybe if you're out there and you watch Plan With Me's and you know what's going on in the planner community, but you don't really do it, maybe you'll see this and think, hey, maybe I'm not such a misfit after all. But cheers, you guys. I hope you're having a great week, and thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments if you've got questions at all, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. So the important part, one important part